Okay. So first storage type is, I will remove these two things. I'll put it in another place. I said if possible only I will explain, right? So dash direct attached storage, direct attached storage or directly attached storage. NAS network attached storage. When we are came to the SAN, even one or two times in earlier I confused like a network attached storage and storage attached network. I thought like that. It's not that one, guys. It is a storage area network. Small difference is there. Be careful with that one. Dash direct attached storage, network attached storage, SAN storage area network. See here it is. First I will explain dash. So why it is showing like that? So it is a dash. First of all, direct attached storage. It means the disk or a storage device. Whatever the storage device is connected directly to system, or we can say server, or a computer, or a machine. Any name you will put it. What is a dash? It can be a hard disk or any storage device. Or a storage device. You can say use the word like only, guys. The wording is little different, almost all same. Okay, the disk device or a storage device. Okay, you can use any word, is connected directly to the server. Meaning is you have a server like a example. First of all, you have to give an example. Example is normal hard disk you are attaching, internal hard disk. Internal hard disk is a best example. Internal SSDs. Okay, SSD is also there. SCSI is also attached to the server directly. So you can look at here. It is. So this is for example, your system, and this is, for example, your motherboard. Okay, and this your CD-ROM or a hard disk or a pen drive or external hard disk. External hard disk. Okay. Okay. So it is connected to motherboard. This is internal hard disk. This is for example, this is I put my motherboard. Okay, and this is my disk 1. This is my disk 2. Otherwise D2. Disk 2. To understand it is disk 1. It is directly attached, or you are attaching. You attach a external hard disk by connecting through USB port. Okay, by connecting to USB port. Okay, you are connecting through USB port, external hard disk is there. Or maybe you are inserted a SCSI card. Okay, you are inserted a SCSI card here. Through SCSI card, you are connected a disk. So that is also comes under DAS only, directly attached storage, including external hard disk also. Okay, directly attached storage. Your attached disk directly to the machine, it is directly attached storage. What is the advantage and disadvantages? What is the use? Mainly for OS applications. Okay, so what is the purpose of this dash kind of stuff? So we put a OS applications, okay, server application, server operating system, basic some data. So basic some data requirement. Okay, it is very easy to install and maintain. Okay, installation, maintenance, troubleshooting very easily, but it is isolated. Isolated means difficult to access from other PCs, other systems, other servers. Data in the server difficult to access. Difficult to access from the other system. So of course, even though it is connected to the network, it is difficult. Lot of permissions, access, server busy, system busy, lot of things are dependent. So it is difficult to access from other system. They have their own challenges. So this is about your dash. This it is a dash. That's it. Direct attached storage. What is NAS? What is NAS? Anybody remember? What is NAS?
Network access.
Network attached storage. NAS, network attached storage. Okay, so what is exactly it is? Shared data. Okay, you have a server, you share a data from your server. It is network attached storage. So how it is exactly works. You can buy NAS devices also. You can buy NAS devices also, no problem. In generally, NAS is like here. This is a storage bay. Just like as I said, a storage bay earlier, it is a kind of storage bay. Similarly, it is a storage bay. But earlier I given a example. In the storage bay, we access the disk space, 100 GB disk space like that. In this one, it is not like that. So I want to increase the size of this one to put in names on it. Okay. So this is my disk. Okay. So this sandbox, this is nothing but a sandbox. I put a name, my sandbox, or a iSCSI box. It is nothing but a storage bay. It contains hard disk. What is this box contains? Box contains hard disk. The box is is connected to the network. The box is connected to the network. For example, this is a client. Okay, of course there is a server, so do not worry about it. So there is a server is also there. There is a server is also there. So we'll see. This is my client. For example, here it is. I created a folder. The folder name is DA1 folder. Okay, I created a folder, DA1 folder, and that one I have a file1 file is there. Okay, here it is a folder. Or better it is. This is the folder. I want to access that folder from the client. So how to access? So you have to access through network only, just like a shared folder. It is like we can store files and directories. It is not listening to me. Okay, so we can able to access this like this. There is a directory. I shared this directory, so I am accessing the directory from the client, so they can able to access. So how to share this data? So of course we have a server. We have a server. Again, it is a some kind of storage server to manage your NAS storages. Okay, it is used for to manage the things like creating shared folders and give the access permission to the shared folders, so then client can able to access the data through the network. Okay, so here it is. We can access data, or we can access the data shared data to network. To the network. That is very simple. Okay, we can access the data to the shared through the network. Okay, so it is a sharing data. So sharing data by using shared protocols, by using protocols like this: NFS, CIFS, kind of stuff. NFS meaning is network file system. This is so SAN uses protocols like a NFS and CIFS. Common internet file system. Usually NFS, now it is also work with Windows, but traditionally NFS between Unix, Linux to Unix or Linux system only. But CIFS is a cross-platform. Windows, Linux, Unix, you can able to share it. CIFS, also called as a SAMBA file system. SMB means server message block. It is a very easy. It is also easy, but not for enterprise solution. It is not a enterprise solution. Okay, easy to configure, cheaper than SAN. Enterprise, but not a enterprise solution. Only one point is there. It is also called as a file level storage. Yes, I will just trying to show you. This is example. I'm connecting to my remote PC. So shared folder is open. See, this is data is showing. See, it is I connecting to remote PC. I'm not connecting. I connected to my local PC only. So it is showing some folder. I open the folder. I see the data. I can put the data. I can read the data. I can delete the data. Depends upon the user permissions. Okay. So this is called a file level storage. See, there is a folder and there is a folder, and inside a folder there is a certain files. It is a file level access. I'm accessing the file directly. So that is called a file level access, and that is called a your network attached storage works like that. There is a folder here in the center location. This is the original folder in the center location, and we are accessing from client. Yeah, FTP. FTP is also one of the protocol. Very good. FTP protocol. File transfer protocol also used, but not exactly sharing. It is for FTP actually for uploading and downloading, not accessing. It's used to upload or download. I can upload the data from my PC to another PC. So we can upload or download purpose. I'm trying to explain. But not exactly it is NAS. Guys, look at here. This is a server, for example, FTP server. This is my FTP server. And here it is my client. This is my client. Okay. I put a glitch. It's okay, no problem. Okay, I have a file called F1. I have a file called F1. I uploaded, and where F1 is there, here. If you delete this one, no problem. If you delete this F1, no problem. Okay, because it is already available in the central system. You can access anytime. So I uploaded. For example, here C1 file is there. I downloading, and C1 is here. See, F1 is here, and when you upload it, it is here also. C1 is here. When you download it, C1 is here. It means both the machines having a similar data. Not exactly similar data, but what are the client PC data is there while it is uploading or downloading. So server is also having same data. Okay, yeah, server may have 100 files, but client may have 10 files, but still data is in the client. It should be synchronized. It should be synchronized. If I modify F1 here, modification won't occur here. Again, I have to upload. Okay, understand? Client F1 file, client has a F1 file, and server has a F1 file. You can here it is hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Uploaded. Good. I added one more line. Then data is different. From server to client, data is different. Again, I have to upload. or otherwise I have to choose sync options like synchronize from client to server. What are the changes occur in the client? You have to push that one. Okay, like a version control type. So you have to push it. Then only change will be made. It. So this is FTP. Forget about second one. So like that, look at we are uploading. F1 is here, F1 is here, C1 is here, C1 is here. So what about this NAS? Originally, what is the NAS? Very good question actually. So FTP and other protocol. Very good. Remember what is FTP? That is. So what is this NAS? Network attached storage means storage base are there. Of course, whatever it is, the protocols. We comes to the protocol part, right? So CIFS or NFS, what they will do it. Here is my folder. For example, folder name is DA1. Here is my folder called DA1 or SA1 or CA1. Same names I will put it for our understanding. DA1. So through NFS, I'm mounting these two things. Means I'm connecting thing. Okay. For example, I put a data F1 here. It shows F1 here. So where is F1? Here. Not here. Okay. This is the client. This is the client. This is the server. Server having F1 file. Client having a F1 file. No, server having a F1 file. Client don't have. Client just accessing. Client is accessing F1 file. Okay. So for example, here 10 GB data is there. I put it in a D1 directory. You can access 10 GB data, but originally 10 GB data is not here in the client. I understand, or I will have to explain again.
No, sir.
Okay. So I created a file called C1. Okay. I insert into this directory DA1. Because of this link, the CA1 file actually stores here, not here. Okay. So in FTP, you have a data, you either you upload or download. It means when you are upload, it will be there in the server and as well as in the client location. In a NAS protocols like NFS and CFS, we are saying it is a sharing. Sharing does not mean you no need to download into your local PC. You no need to download. You can access it. Like we download a thing. Okay. See, this is a PPT, right? This is the PPT. Is it? I'm accessing the PPT. I'm accessing the PPT. It is not in my location, right? So, if for example, this PPT is located in my laptop, but this PPT not in my laptop. I'm accessing from laptop. For example, if I download this one, if I download this PPT, so PowerPoint PPTX. So I went to download and go to PPTX. Then what happened? I downloading into my PC. Now it is in my PC. Otherwise, it's not in my computer. It is in the somewhere located. I'm accessing from there to here. That is called a sharing. That is called a kind of sharing. It is okay. Understand the difference? FTP and a thing like this. Okay, so if you download, for example, I want to download this image, right click, download with a free download manager, or copy the image, save the image. Okay, so I'm downloading it into my PC. That is like a FTP. Just an accessing, looking at, open, read, changes, adding, but we are not storing into our local PC, in the client PC. That is a kind of NFS. Okay. The last one in this storage is SAN. Okay. Yeah, guys, already I told, if you have a doubt, small doubt, like a small explanations, like miss out points, like a graphical representation is much better, right? So it's a kind of, already I told. So where is that? Where is that? I got so many things, but exactly why I'm getting all this? Yeah, here it is. Okay, power set, automated videos are there. Good explanation, you can get it. Storage area network. What it is? Storage area network. You know, when I am taking the class about networking basics, that time also given this word storage area network. So it's compared to SAN, sorry, SAN to NAS and all. It is a NAS is a block level storage. How it is works? Again, we have a storage base. Original shape is like this, but not exactly like this. Like this kind of stuff. Originally, this kind of stuff. This represents a storage. This represents storage. This is a disk, and we need a lot of disk. Okay. It is just a symbolic representation only. It is a kind of storage way. Means storage. Okay, actually there is a separate storage as are there, like a disk 1, disk 2, disk 3. Okay, there's a different type of diagrams are there. So you can follow any diagram now how long. Just understand the concept of SAN concept. Okay, this is a storage. Now in these storages I have to connect. So then I use a switch. The storage is a kind of what we can say. These storage access is not like a Ethernet kind of stuff. Okay, not like a through wires. Exactly. So the storages are big in size, right? So storage is always, size of the storage is always big. Like a large amount of people, like if you go to this task manager, the very small size of my storage, like read and write, you can see the lot of frustration sometimes it will happen on the disk 1 and disk 2. Okay, now it is very calm. Sometimes it shows 100%, 80%, 90%. If I open something from here, okay, obviously immediately it will increases. Okay, like that. So it's a lot of load on the disk are there. So people are accessing the data, okay, or disk or LUNs, what are the name you are having. Okay. This is my FC switches. Why FC switches? Fiber optical are a very high speed bandwidth data transmission. Very high speed. Data transmission is very high speed. And this is my servers, storage servers. Guys, always it is a redundancy type. Means it's a server A, server B. Important is both are storage servers. So to manage your SAN concept, okay, like a storage part. So this is my FC switches. This is storage, and these are all storage base. So here it is how it connects is important. So normally you take a one server. The server is connected to switch, connected to switch. Okay, server is connected to a switch, and this switch is now connected to this storage base. Means this is entirely one block. Okay, so this is entirely one block, so that's why I connecting like that. Okay, so if you take only off part, if you take only one off part, what happen? In case if this switch is failed, access is gone, right? If this switch is failed, if this switch is failed, so what happen? Communication cut, storage access stop. What I said about FC switches, it is a fiber optical switches, and here it is a fiber optical cables we are using. If in case a cable is disconnected, or a switch is down, or a server is down, storage access will stop. Storage access will stop. So what I'm going to do is, so instead of following like that, okay, I am connecting another one. Okay, I'm using another one. Okay, so this is one unit, this is another unit. But problem is, if it is down, what is the use by having another one? So what I'm doing is very simple. I'm creating a mesh topology here. See this? The servers are connected to both the switches. If switch is down, no problem. I can follow with this switch. I can use this switch. If server is down, no problem. We can use this server. If one storage is down, still no problem. We can use another storage because both are replicate each other. Okay, so it is having a redundancy. Okay, it's a redundant. What is redundant? Redundancy or redundant. So what is redundancy means? For example, if something is failed, like you have two curries, one curry is not good, then you can choose another one. It's a kind of stuff. Okay, like a backup. It does not mean exactly a backup concept, guys. It is, for example, your bike punctured. In your home, you have a scooty. You have another scooty is there, but bike is punctured. What you do? You go and repair the bike, or you will go by scooty. Okay, because you want to save the time, so you will go by scooty. So instead of wait and repair the bike. Okay, so that is called a redundancy. Backup is not like that. Backup is like you have got a puncture, you have a tire, you want to replace the tire, then you can run, right? You have a backup tire is there, so then you replace the tire and will run. That is called a backup. But redundancy means you are having a multiple options. So one is down, no problem, we will go with other one. So this is called a redundancy or high available. High available always means high available means, for example, when I was in Vizag that last week, so actually we have a two internet. One is ACT, another one is Geo. ACT down, Geo connects, right? So high availability of network. One more, this is I forget. You can put a storage bay or a storage disk kind of stuff. You can try. So SAN is higher available. It is a redundant. We use fiber channels. It means it is a high speed data transmission.
हमको यहाँ पे महेंद्रगढ़ है
Suitable for
अरे वो उसका क्या नाम है नवक्यूआर जो है उसका बीटेक किया हुआ सब डिग्री सर्टिफिकेट सब कुछ है वहीं पे
Amarji. Suitable for a enterprise solutions. Okay, it is suitable for a enterprise solutions. There is a one word called a lens. Logical unit number. You can use FC or a SCSI protocols, FC based connections and SCSI protocol. Higher cost. It's a complex and costly. It is a complex and costly, but it is redundant, high available, suitable for enterprise. It is suitable for enterprise. It is a enterprise solutions. Okay, enterprise solutions. So I use a one word called a lens here. So that's I put that one in down. Logical unit number, HBA, host bus adapter. Host bus adapter is like a NIC to connect FCs, fiber optical cables. Okay. So normally we have a NICs are there, no? Ethernet cards. It's like Ethernet cards used to connect FC cables. Okay. FCOE means fiber channel over Ethernet. Fiber channel over Ethernet. What is fiber channel over Ethernet? Means you have a fiber channel and Ethernet network is there. So both are different, right? Ethernet is a electrical, fiber channel is light waves. So FCOE kind of interchanges are there, interchange devices are there. It connects both fiber optical and Ethernet. Okay. So exactly not, it is not showing a device. No, it's showing a maps only. it is a kind of stuff like this only. So simply to understand, it's a kind of device or connectivity. So then fiber channels, only pure fiber channels like a servers, your storages, very big router kind of stuff is used. The high speed requirement there, it is pure FC will use it. But regular LAN communication is Ethernet LAN communication. So when you are connecting through the LAN, so then you require a FCOE kind of stuff. Okay, so that's very simple to understand. So fiber optical channel or Ethernet. Okay, that's a device used to connect or a thing. Okay, so it is a very simple words. Okay, guys, SAN and NAS. SAN and NAS both are centralized storages only. That is I didn't mention earlier, or I mentioned. I'll put here only. NAS and SAN are mainly centralized storage. It is a centralized storage. You store the data in the central location. Whether it is NAS or SAN, we are storing in a central location. We are storing the data in the central location. So all others will access the data from single storage location. Okay. In a DAS, it's not a centralized. It is isolated. Meaning is it's difficult to access from. It is not centralized. Not a centralized storage. It is local storage. It is kind of storage.
Sir, one question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, storage server and NAS both are doing the same work, that is to store the data. So what is the difference between them?
NAS and SAN both are doing storing the data.
NAS and storage server.
Yeah, storage server is a name only. Storage server having a different type of roles are there. Okay, like to maintain a NAS or a SAN or SCSI or we can say the storage server. Also, we can say what we can say.
To grant access.
FSRM, file server resource manager, to control the data type, to quota the data storage. Like we are able to store the data in the Google Drive. How much data? 15 GB only. How to control a user can able to use up to 15 GB by quota. So storage server also having this kind of roles. Okay, so maintaining different type of storage related solutions like a disk management, storage quota management, SAN related management, NAS related storage management, work folder related management, FSRM, file server resource management. Okay, so storage related things will managed by storage server. It can be a SAN storage, it can be a NAS storage, it can be iSCSI. Okay, it can be a controlling the data, it can be a quota on the data access. For example, I already told this hard disk is 100 GB. Sorry, for example, this hard disk, main hard disk is 2 terabyte. And I created a folder in the 2 terabyte and I shared to the client. Client accessing. So client able to put a data up to 2 terabyte. How much free space is there? That much client can able to occupy. So then I'll put a quota in it. So client can able to access only 10 GB. He can able to put the data only 10 GB. So client can able to put a data in the DA directory through network up to 10 GB only. So client data is only 10 GB. Okay, so that is thing. And of course, you can able to access through the LAN only. Okay, so you can able to put it up to 10 GB. Like I have a lot of clients are there. So depends upon their roles and responsibility. I will control their quota like that. So some may require 50 GB, some may require 100 GB. So like that. Okay. And storage. SAN storage is also like we have a storage server to manage the storage by for creating LANs. Where you will create a LANs, so we need some interface. So for that one, this one. So what is this logical unit number? Is nothing but a piece of storage space in this one. So for example, I need 100 GB. Okay, just small letters. So I need 100 GB. So this is the LAN. Very simply, you can say what is a LAN. So the LAN I created here, the way of access is different from one to another one. So this is 100 GB LAN I created. Now I have a client who is connected in the network. So I have a client or a server. Someone is there like this guy required 100 GB. This guy is required this 100 GB. So what I'm doing, I request the admin. So admin is created a LAN and he will give this LAN to me. This 100 GB is assigned to me. So my actually 100 GB storage in the 100 GB okay, 100 GB actually stored in the storage bay. Okay, actually stored in the storage bay, but I'm accessing like a disk is connected. So I want to show you disk management. Okay, I already showed shared folder kind of stuff, and this is the disk management. Okay, so for example, I am the client person, so I am the some client. Okay, a storage client. I am a storage client. I need 100 GB. So what I have done, I ask admin. Admin will create a LAN storage here. 100 GB is created here in the storage bay and give it to the client. So when his client is accessing, when client is attaching, it shows like this: disk 0, disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, like that. It shows a disk is connected. It shows a disk is connected. Here it is. It shows you're accessing your files, just like how you access the files from folders. NAS is it shows like this. Okay, it shows a folder and you access the data in the folder and you put the data into the folder. It is located in somewhere is located. I'm accessing from here. Example, just for example, just to see the screen only, not exactly it is. Okay, so it is a file level access. But if I'm accessing like this, there is a 100 GB hard disk. It is attached to my PC. Already have two hard disks. Third hard disk is added, but third hard disk is not physically located here. This hard disk is not physically located. It is actually the storage bay I'm accessing. So this kind of stuff we call it as a block level storage. Block level storage. So last class I told object level storage. Amazon S3 is the object level storage. Okay, and elastic block storage EBS. This is this concept, SAN concept it is. Okay, I told that one in the ISCSI, but it is It's also we can compare here because iSCSI also we can use for a build a SAN kind of stuff. Okay, so point here, guys, there is a 3 type of storages are there. Okay, DAS, NAS, SAN, direct attached storage, network attached storage, storage area network. NAS and SAN are a centralized storages. Centralized storages. Okay, DAS is a direct. It's a direct hard disk is attached. It's a kind of directly attached storage. A hard disk or a storage device directly connected. Directly connected to the server. Okay. Example: internal hard disk, internal SSD, SCSIs, external hard disk are directly connected to your server. Main purpose is to store local operating system, applications, and local data. So easy to install and maintenance. Install or a configure. Easy to configure. Configure or install. Any word you can use it. Little different, but still we can use it. You can install and configure. Install or configure the dash kind of stuff. It is isolated. It is a local storage. SAN and NAS are centralized storages. NAS is basically it is file level storage. File based storage or file level storage, no problem in it. It is a kind of shared folders. And there is a good question. It is what is the difference between FTP and this one? FTP is a file transfer protocol. You can upload and download the data from the server. Okay, you can upload to the server. You can download it to your local system. It maintains both the copies. Okay, it not just access. Not only it is not just access. It is only to mainly important is for uploading and downloading data. That's it. But you can able to access the data. We can open the files. You can read the files. You can modify the files. You can upload the files. You can download the files. Means actually you can access the files by uploading it. And also there is an option called downloading the files to your local PC using CIFS and NFS. Network file system, common internet file systems, also called as SAMBA SMB services. Easy to configure, cheaper than SAN, but not a enterprise solution. It is a file level solution. SAN is a storage area network. It is a highly redundant network. So and high available, faster because we are using here fiber channels. So compared to NAS, SAN is a faster and it is high available. Even one switch is down or maybe one server is down or one disk is down, still we can able to access. So that is the word we call it as a redundancy or high availability. Redundancy or a high availability. So use fiber channels, high speed data transmissions possible, suitable for enterprise solutions. It's a block level storage, complex because it's there's a mesh topology, lot of costly equipment we are also using. Okay, so then configuration is complex and costly. Okay, so what is this LUN, logical unit number, means? It's a storage space which is assigned to the client PCs or a client server PCs. Okay, here it is. It's a block level storage, means we take a piece of storage space as a disk space, virtual disk space. It's like a virtual disk space. It's a kind of virtual disk space. Virtual disk. It's like exactly so. It's a kind of virtual disk is connected to your through network. So original 100 GB is located in the storage area but it is accessed from the server. So I think, yeah, that's it. There's a lot of things about a storage and backup and RAID levels are there. Okay. Different type of devices also there. So RAID, a redundant array of independent disk in a expansive disk. There is a RAID levels. Okay. If you are interested, I will forward that link also. You can go to the RAID, and already I told now, go to this one. This is a lot of explanation about NAS, SAN, and RAID levels also. Okay. So whether I have to go or not, I didn't understand why, because of very less members. 8 members kills the interest, right? RAID is not a movie name, guys. So okay, RAID is redundant array of independent disk or a inexpensive disk. Okay. Okay, redundant array of independent disk or a inexpensive disk. So I'm taking this definition is neat. What is RAID? So combination of multiple disks together. Actually, it's a kind of combination of multiple disks together and become large disk. Okay, and also it is very useful if any disk is failure. Very simple it is. Combination of different disks. Sorry, combination of hard disk. Combination of hard disk. It's a combination of hard disk to make larger single disk space, and okay, and sorry, that's enough. Yeah, I said no, I lost my interest also. A lot of things is called volumes. Okay, I will tell RAID level 0. Nah, this is making me more irritated than usual. Forget about devices. Okay, so RAID 0 is called a stripped volume. A combination of 2 or more devices. Combination of 2 or more devices any disk failed. Okay, cannot access data. So very simple, guys. I am trying to draw the picture, then try it like that. Okay. This is a hard disk, for example. So I am taking two hard disks, disk 1 and disk 2. Okay, so it is a, for example, it is a 1 terabyte of disk. It is also 1 terabyte of disk. Now I'm going to combine all these disks. Okay, all together I will combine like this. Yeah, there is a problem always. Yeah, so we'll put it like this. Dotted line, this is better. Okay, yes, this is my rider. I will put it here only. So it shows like this. Control Z. Okay. So this is write 0. Okay. So it is combination of two disks and become a single large size. So how it is? So the total disk space. Total is 2 terabyte. Okay, 2 or more disks together, the total is 2 terabyte. Okay, the total is 2 terabyte. For example, it's a D drive. Okay, for example, it's totally it is like a D drive. The total D drive size is 2 terabyte. You can say like that. It is very easy to understand. And it is no disk failure. If one of the disk is failure, total data loss. Total data loss. Okay, so that is called a stripped volume. Like it's a combination of one or more disk. Okay, the total is of volume is okay. Okay, total size of volume is all disks volume. Okay, all disks like a 2 disks are there, 2 disk volume, 3 disk is there, 3 disk are there. So we cannot access the data. So in these cases, we cannot able to access any disk failure. We cannot able to access data. It is no parity kind of stuff. Next one is RAID level 1. It is called a mirror volume. What is a mirror volume? We'll see. What is the mirror volume? It's the same thing only, same diagram. So same thing. Okay, and also this is also same. Okay, I'm taking here. We will take only two. We will take only two. So we'll take only 2. Here it is. So combination of 2 disks only. It's a combination of 2 disk drives. Combination of 2 disks only. We cannot combine more. Okay. Any disk, any one disk failed, still we can able to access data. Both are failed, we cannot access. Okay, both are failed, we cannot able to access data. Total size of volume what we are getting is half of all disk volume. It is single disk volume. So what is the volume size of the single disk? That is a single disk volume. So this is called a single disk failure without parity. Okay, without parity. Of course, we have this one also there now. So not done. So this is a, for example, the total drive name EC drive, E drive, D drive is there now. So total drive is, it shows 1 terabyte only. Okay, it shows 1 terabyte only. Okay, so this is your first 2 RAID levels. There is a totally lot of RAID levels are there. We'll see that one. Totally RAID, another RAID level is there, so we'll see that one. Okay, so one extension, that's it. Next is RAID level 5 directly, and there is a question, where is the RAID 2, RAID 2, RAID 3, RAID 4? Yes, RAID 2, RAID 3, RAID 4, RAID 7, RAID 8 also there. But problem is that is not implemented. It's not suitable for all type of environments. Okay, some are a special environment, some are not in the much suitable for enterprise level. RAID level 5 is so also called as a RAID volume, RAID 5 volume. It is an enterprise level. Okay, the previous one is not much enterprise, but this is an enterprise solution. Will combine combination of one second. The combination of 3 or more disks. Combination of 3 or more disks here. Same thing only. Yeah, very good. What I want, I got it. So just need a bigger. This is bigger. So I'm taking 3. In this case, I am taking only 3. Okay. So it's a combination of 3 or more disks. Okay. Any single disk failed, we can access data. Actually, you can see even any one of the disk. You can say like even any one of the disk failed, still we can able to access the data. We can able to access data. Okay, so it's here it is also same thing. If even any one of the disk, any one of the disk failed, you can able to access data. If any one failed, even if any one of the disk failed, we can't able to access data. We can't able to access the data. Okay, still we can able to access the data. So this is called a single disk failure with parity. What is this with parity and all? There is a parity bits are there, guys. So that's the thing about a parity thing is there. So what is this parity? For example, I have a data like this. A is stored in a disk, one disk. A's parity stores in the other disk. For example, like that it is. Okay. What is this parity kind of stuff? Exactly say, yeah, here it is empty space. I will finish that one and I will give you bye bye. Okay, no problem. Just a small part. It is very useful in a future. This is the data in the one disk, and other data, other disk having the parity bits. This is having a parity bit. Okay. For example, C's data stored in the this disk. The C data parity stores in other disk. What is the advantage of it? For example, one of the disk is failure. This disk is failed. So what you will do it? What you will do? You replace the disk. You replace the new disk. The new disk does not contain data. The new disk is not does not contain data. Your disk is failed. Still, user can able to access the data. User can able to access the data. No problem. But problem is you cannot use the disk failed disk, right? So what you will do it? You replace the with a new hard disk. So what will happen? This hard disk, these from these parity bits, it regenerate the data again. It regenerate the data back to the new hard disk. So like that we can save the data. Okay. Mirror and stripped volumes are different. Mirror is mainly for small organizations, small offices. Okay. So here it is. Mirror. I didn't write about a mirror, but it's suitable for small offices. But here it is. It is used for enterprises. What is this parity? Parity is a data. Parity is also a data generated from the data only. It is generated and from the data. What is the parity? So for example, any data, any file, for example, A is the file, contains the data, that file's parity bits, it's generated from A file only, is stored into other hard disk. In case of you lost the main data or a disk, okay, still you have a parity data. Using that one, we can recreate the data again. And just one easy example is I have a 3 hard disks. One of the hard disk is failed. I replace with a new hard disk. These 2 hard disks you will regenerate the data back to this particular hard disk. So again, we are even with this 3 hard disk concept. Okay, so like this, it is a combination of 3 or more disks. So even any one of the disk is failed, still we can able to access data. It is called a single disk failure. It is called a single disk failure. So total volume size, what we are getting is a 2/3 of total disk size. Okay, so what we are using, that disk size. Here it is 2 terabyte. My volume size is 2 terabyte. Each volume having a size, right? So that's 2 terabyte. Okay, guys, this is called a RAID 5. Actually, 3 are enough. Actually, 3 are enough. But I'm adding a RAID 6. I'm adding a RAID 6. It's the same concept as the RAID 5, but here it is. It's a combination of 5 disks. So here it is a 2 disk failure with a parity. Means there is no difference between RAID 5 and RAID 6. Actually, there is no difference between RAID 5 and RAID 6. Okay. RAID 5 and RAID 6. Only thing is number of disks is changed. Number of disk failure is changed. Both are same parity. It's a single disk failure. Here it is 2 disk failures. The total volume size, how much size you are getting finally, here it is a 2 disk failure. Means out of 5, 3 disk compulsory work, 2 disks. Out of 2, 1 disk or 2 disks, both the disks are failed also. Even any 1 or a 2, even any 1 or a 2 or number of disks failed, still we can able to access data. So that is called a 2 disk failure. Means up to 2 disks can be failure. So it will give you a 3/5 of total disk size. Even 1 or 2 disks failed, still we can access data. Not only these guys, RAID 5, also there is a RAID 10, RAID 11 is also there. Sorry, what I'm trying to say is, not only RAID 5, there is a RAID 10, RAID 50 is also available. RAID 10 is a combination of RAID 1 and RAID 0. It is a combination of RAID 5 and RAID 0. So like you will want to get a larger size as well as a redundancy. If you want to get a larger the size and a redundancy, then it is a RAID 5, RAID 0. Okay, so what happened? Okay, so this is about your RAID concept. This is also one of the storage part. So when you see this is a SAN or NAS storages, the disk also we can implement RAID. So why RAID is different from backup. RAID is not replacement of backup also. That is also very important. RAID is not replacement of backup. Backup is a very good part. Compulsory you have to take the backup of data, but RAID is already I told, if you have a bike and you have a scooty, your bike is not working. So what you do, you'll go by scooty. right? So that's called immediately you can able to access the data. You no need to wait to restore the data. Okay, what is the backup? You take the backup and store in the location. But if you are loss of the disk, in event occur, there is an event data loss, event of data loss or a disk failure. What to do? You have to restore the data from the backup. You have to restore from the backup. So, but the restoring data will take time. So then what I do? I'll implement mirror volume or a write file. So immediately you can able to restore the data. You can able to restore the data. So that's it guys for today. So one is a RAID, another one is SAN NAS storages, and luckily we discussed about a storage part today. Actually my point is today about Active Directory, DHCP, DNS. No problem. Tomorrow we'll see that one, or if anything comes in middle. But this is also very good topic. Okay. I will try to share some questions today. Please go through that one. Okay. Daily, one part of questions I will share. So next 2 days I will share it. So day after tomorrow, I think Ganesh Chaturthi, right? So 31st August is a holiday, guys. So tomorrow class is there, and first again Thursday. This first we have a class. Okay, so 29th today, so 30, and first is also we have a class, but 31 is a holiday for you. Okay, so compulsory attend tomorrow. Any productivity, so that is. Okay. That's it for today, guys. Any doubts or anything? Please tell me. I'm stop recording.